Tell us about, first and foremost, your emotions, coming back to Buffalo.
I was excited. I kind of spoke on it a little bit as far as being nostalgic, doing the drive-in. Came in a different interest this time, but, I was happy about it, and I just was happy to be back playing football. It's easy to get kind of lost in the moment while you're out there, but just try to remain focused the whole time and, be there for my teammates.
What was that environment like?
It was lit, prime time. I played here before. I've been on the other side. It was just electrifying, and I knew that it was going to be a test for us. Obviously, with the guys that we got, and we all new to each other. I think 9 new starters compared to 11 on offense. So going into a hostile environment, and the biggest thing is just the fundamentals and being violent. You know what I'm saying? Be the aggressor. It's going to be a hostile there. It's a great football team. So trying to take the fight to them.
Steph, what does it say about the Patriots?
We won the game. I think it speaks volumes that we're taking steps in the right direction, but don't get too high, don't get too low about it. It's early in the season, to the second quarter of the season. We're trying to do some of the right things. We did some good things out there. Obviously, a lot of things to correct, you know what I'm saying? Because, we felt like we left a lot of plays out there. But, a win is a win. We'll take it. It's in the division. Those kind of count for 2 sometimes. So I was proud of the guys. I was proud of their approach during the week, and then I knew it was going to be a test for us as far as with the game.
They showed you on the sidelines, pumping up your teammates. What were you saying?
That's every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm never not going to be there as far as a power positive energy guy. I'm bring a lot of charismatic, you know what I'm saying, energy, a lot of love. I just feel like the more you put that positive energy in the air, good things going to happen. Even if things aren't going right, they'll take the tide will turn. Even Dre had that early little mishap, and I just told him to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? We got your back, and we rocking with you right or wrong. Things going to happen in a football game, and that's just part of football, the ebbs and flows of it. But staying positive and knowing that he's a playmaker, and he went out there and played his butt off after.
Steph, did you see any difference in him in the second half? Obviously, the results were different, but what did you see?
No, just being a running back. You know what I'm saying? Things happen early for every position. Even I had a drop. Things happen. The biggest thing is moving forward. When things happen, don't get lost in the play using the F word and just say F it and keep it going. And we got so many good players on this team. When good things are rolling, you can see that potential with this offense. When we don't beat ourselves.
What did you see from your quarterback today? What did you see from Drake playing?
I seen a young quarterback take a step in the right direction. They did a lot of comparisons during the week, and I feel like it was a hell of a comparison to be compared to Josh Allen. But as you come into your own, Drake May has to be Drake May. And I was just so proud of him, coming in here and leading the team. Being a young quarterback can be hard sometimes, and that's why you have a supporting cast. Running backs making plays, receivers making plays, and let them know that you got his back. So I was just super proud of him. He has a good approach during the weekend. Attach yourself to the process and not the results.
You had a lot of big catches in your mind. What was the biggest one?
The first one, just trying to get the drive going. P10, we have a big thing as far as staying in the green. And we did anticipate them blitzing on the early. They didn't do that. Second half, they did. So I feel like it was a bend don't break. I played this team. I was a part of this team for a long time. So I kind of knew what to expect a little bit. But that first play, just to get going and, set the table, I guess. So
How much do you feed off of the crowd?
everything. That's everything to me. I love football, And when it gets loud, it kind of gets quiet for me, Even when it's quiet, I ain't thinking too much. But when it gets super loud, I just trying to own in on my details, and I want to win every rep. It don't bother me too much, They love you one day, they hate you the next, they're gonna love you again. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time here. I respect the dynamic. Used to be here. I'm not here no more, but I guess I miss you too.
Over that past 18 months, Steph, what have you learned about yourself?
18 months? Since when?
18 months, just year and a half, just the journey over the past.
I don't let things shake me. I don't let people's opinions about me, what people say about me, how people feel about me. I just look at it as when people think about me, why you think about me anyways? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm just I'm gonna be myself. I'm never gonna waver. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of faith. Throughout even my injury process, I leaned on my faith and I was working hard. So I learned a lot about myself as far as my character as a man. I don't lack confidence. I ain't gonna lose my confidence. I'm not gonna lose myself.
Two final questions, guys. Two final questions.
I got 3 at least.
To that point, what role has your faith played to you? far in your career? New team, you know?
I
What
get-
was your favorite?
I get asked that question a lot as far as like from your everyday person, and I try to be as transparent as possible. Like, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I fall short in many areas, but I always lean on God. Like, I always, like, even last week before the game when I was praying, I was just like, I trust him. You know what I'm saying? However it's going to go. Like, and that was before the game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be a halfway decent day for me. But I lean on my faith and I lean on God, and he's never let me down. I've been hurt. I've been hurt before. I've lost games. I've won games. You know what I'm saying? But my faith will never waver, and I'm going to stand strong. And I'm 10 toes down when it comes to God. And, you know, that's just how I go. I really appreciate that question, though. Thank you.
Step back-to-back 100-yard games for yourself now. Safe to say you're feeling pretty good.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
You embraced Josh Allen at the end. You said,
Last
Yeah.
question,
you
guys.
said, I love you. What was that like?
Oh, you heard that? That's my dog, man. Like, obviously, things happen, the business happens, but I spent a lot of time here, and I got a lot of love and respect for that young man. He's a tremendous player, and he's one of the boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, things happen, and I'm not here no more, but I consider myself a real one, you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to, you know, if I'm not on your team no more, we're not cool no more. We built a special bond, you know what I'm saying? That was my guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to switch up or act like I didn't have a lot of love and respect for that young man. So when I see him, I try to give him that reminder. Like, even last year, they had that picture, right, of me side-eyeing him, but they just kind of caught it at the wrong time, and I always wanted to speak on that photo because I was staring at him in a moment because it was like this, damn, like, that was my brother, you know what I'm saying? You know, even like, we won in Houston, but, like, that's my brother, and, like, you know, I do got a lot of love and respect for him. It kind of looked like a little side-eye, but that's not what it was. I was staring at him for a second when he was walking away like, damn, that was my guy. Thank you. Oh, I got you one more.
One last thing, on the blitz, you mentioned when the Bills started blitzing, you guys seem to execute better. On the blitz, you guys were expecting the blitz, you seem not to be fast.
Rattled.
You guys seem to play actually better under that pressure.
I mean, I just feel like we kind of worked it all week, and when it didn't happen, we just had to line up and play ball. And then when it did happen, like, we were prepared. And it's just being on the details. Like, our coaches harp that a lot as far as, like, finishing and being on the details. So, you know, it starts at the top and it trickles down to us. You know, we just doing what we're coached and what we practice each and every day. I hate to make it sound like vanilla or cliche, but doing your job goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? When you're on the details and you available as a receiver for the quarterback and you're making plays, those guys had a hell of a day, man. I'm so proud of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really good opponent, tough environment.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, everybody's watching. This is cool, man. This is what you dream of since you were a kid. So, prime time, you know, a team that's one of the best teams in the league. I feel like we can make a statement. It's cool to kind of go out there and play at a high level.
Hunter, as someone who's close with Drake, just to have him deliver in the clutch like that, like, how great was that to see?
Yeah, I mean, that's big, man. He does it all the time, man. We go through those scenarios, you know, all the time. And, you know, we've got a ton of confidence in him. He's going to make the right play, make the right read, and, you know, what a play down the sideline to Booty and throw that he made. He made a ton of throws outside the pocket, inside the pocket that were special tonight.
It's been a minute. I mean, you've been here for a while. It's been a minute since you had a game like this. What does it feel like for you? I know it's the end of October. I understand there's a lot of football left, but in this moment,
man, it's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win against good football teams. It's hard to win close games like that. And so for us to come through in a close game, shout out to Andy, man. What a great kick. Super happy for him. Super happy for the guys. Just kept pounding, kept chopping away. Things didn't always go our way tonight, and we just kept playing.
How about Diggs? What's it like having a guy like that on your team?
Yeah, Diggs he's got a great energy, man, and you could tell he was ready to go from the jump. Just made play after play after play. You know, he does it all the time, so it's what we expect out of him. But it was really, really cool to kind of feed off that and see him do that in this environment tonight.
Thank you, Hunter.
Good, how are you?
How would you sort of sum up that?
Every guy in that locker room contributed to the win tonight. I'm just so proud of our guys. Came in here with that feeling, worked all week, and we're able to showcase it tonight.
Josh is so challenging, and that offense is so challenging to go against. What do you think you were able to do to sort of help you guys stay right there? And
I think our rush did a great job getting home, stopping the run early. getting home to Josh and then playing tight coverage in the back end, a full team defense, offense, defense, special teams.
What would you say this result says about the Patriots?
It says we're here to work and we're here to continue to get better each and every day. We pour our hearts and our lives into this sport for these 17 opportunities, and to go out there and get the win tonight was huge for us.
Turnovers were a big part of it as well. I think you had the first one, the first fumble. How much was that part of what you guys were emphasizing coming in here?
Getting the ball is always huge, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We go for it, we attack it, we never know if it's going to come out, but we were able to get a few of them out tonight that paid major dividends for us in the end.
Did you look at this game as a measuring stick game?
Every game is a measuring stick game. Every chance you get to go up on a Sunday and compete against your peers is a measuring stick game, as you will. Anytime you step on that field, it's an opportunity to go out and establish yourself and reestablish yourself.
Final question? The kick at the end. You always do it as soon as you get it?
Andy's clutch, and Andy has been kicking his whole life, and we are just so proud of him coming here every day to work, get better, and then just to go out there and showcase it when the lights are brightest, Sunday Night Football, everyone watching, to bury it from, 53, 54. I can only imagine what that does for his confidence going forward.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Let's talk about how big of a win this was for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was big. Coming to a divisional game and just a great team. Josh Allen and the Bills, everybody knows what they're capable of and what a great team they are. So it was good to come in here and get it up.
You feel like it's a wake-up call from around the league, let them know the Patriots are here to come?
I mean, it don't got to be a wake-up call. I mean, we believe in what we got, and it's whatever. We look forward to the next week and the next opportunity.
You guys feel like you can just beat anybody?
We gotta take it week by week.
You feel like the week of practice really led you in, was a good thing leading into this?
You said a week of practice?
Yeah. Was it good coming into this?
You always got to have a good week of practice, no matter who you playing. No matter you playing best team in the league, worst team in the league, you always got to have anything can happen on Sundays. So you got to have a good week.
How do you feel overall coming in?
Good.
Yeah.
Great win.
Okay. Thank you.
Talk about a couple of those plays. Drake made some plays at the end. Everybody made plays. A couple of guys stepping up. This is a huge step forward for you guys, right? I mean, talk about that. Making a great play at the right time.
Yeah, Drake came in and did what he did. Did what he does. Diggs had a great game. The offense in general had a great game. They picked us up at times, and we played complementary football. So that's what it is. That's all team football. That's what it's about.
Chris, I'm sorry if you already asked this, but you had two back-to-back breakups on with like plaster plays. Can you just walk us through what you kind of saw in those?
Yeah, I mean, it's going into the game. You know what Josh Allen does. He extends plays. We knew that was a big part of it. So we was able to get him out of the pocket, get him out of the spot, and go and finish the play.
When you and Carlton first got together in the offseason, just playing man-to-man and going up against the Buffalo offense like that, you guys played a ton of man. How did that feel, kind of go out there finally and be able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, that's just who we pride ourselves on. We like I talked about earlier in the week, we want to play man. I mean, that's as a corner, that's what you want to do. You want to go out there and be on the island. We both look for the challenge. We both want to see the one.
Come check the field.
It's a lot of fun every week.
Yeah.
You hear him over here.
Come check the field.
He's the talkative one. He talk more than I do, but we be out there going.
That cat coverage.
Come on, man.
I appreciate it.
Jones.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Marcus. How big of a win was this for you guys?
Big win. It's a divisional opponent, and coming up to Buffalo is, it's a hostile environment for sure. So glad that we got the dub.
What'd you see on the pick? Roethlisberger.
I started to see he had progressions, so it was like from left to right, and we was in a certain coverage, and I seen his eyes kind of get big, so I was like, hopefully he throws it this way, and he did. So.
You hit a couple of those in the middle during the game earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they've been just finding ways to where, you try to get the ball across the middle and everything. So had to try to make them pay for it for sure.
Marcus, what would you say about Stefon Diggs? I mean, this game seemed like it meant a lot.
Yeah. No, just the whole week and everything. It wasn't to where he was like, oh, this is a game that I'm circling and everything. But, him coming back here, it's emotional, and he definitely want to get a win. And I'm glad, he's a part of this team and, helped us out a lot for sure.
What did you think of his performance?
Oh, great, for sure.
Having Kevin Gonzo back, obviously, Davis got picked up a little bit, but he fought through it. But it gets you back sort of that nickel position. You guys sort of are all settling in as a secondary now. Fair to say that?
Yeah, for sure. We always talked about it from the beginning of the season. We want to trust each other, and we're gonna play man. So we got to make sure we handle our business every single down, and we're comfortable out there. But it's a lot of building as the week go on.
Marcus, what would you say this win says about just the Patriots and where you guys are at this point?
We're still building, of course. Like I said, it's a great win, and everything will be on to the next week. But it's hard to win out here, so we're glad to end up getting a W.
Stopping Josh Allen, not an easy task.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
But you guys are going to get to him today.
Yeah, we talked about it from the beginning of the week. We're going to make sure that the plays are going to be a little longer than expected than other quarterbacks. So we got to make sure we call it plaster and get onto the receivers as much as we can. And the people that are rushing, you got to end up rushing for 6-7 seconds every other play and stuff like that. But it's just all about us trusting each other and everybody doing their own assignment.
It's also about trusting your kicker.
Oh yeah, for sure. Andy, man, that was clutch. Just him in that environment, first time out here and knocking it down straight through the middle. So kudos to him, and I'm proud of him for sure.
Thank you, Marcus. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Well, how big of a win was this for you? And you redeemed yourself after the fumble, scoring 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think it was a big win for our team, division win. And, I'm just proud of our team, how we fought and, fought to the end. And, yeah, me personally, I got to clean that up. But, yeah, I think I bounced back in a way. But, yeah, I got to clean that up.
You've been the hardest on yourself. How big has the head coach been for you, your teammates, just keeping you out there? Because everybody makes mistakes.
Right,
but
right. I think it's huge. I think that gives me a ton of confidence and just, keep my head a little leveled. Because, it could get frustrating. I have 3 fumbles in, a couple of games. But I'm just going to tighten it up. I'm going to go to work every week, just try to get better, just try to clean it up. But, yeah, my teammates and Coach Rabe and McDaniels, all them behind me, it means the world. So I just need to, follow up and do my part.
You've been here on previous years where the team has come up here, we don't have a shot. We
Right.
don't have a shot in these type of games.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you know coming into this game? Like, we got a shot. I was with the team yesterday. You guys were pretty loose, confident coming in. The head coach was fired up.
Yep.
But things feel different this year. Why is that?
I don't know. This week, personally, I'll just say we had a great week of practice. We were all super locked in. We were all trying to take that next step. And I feel like the next step was, coming in here Sunday night and, beating a good Bills team. So, yeah, we just got to keep it pushing, stay consistent, and, try to get another win.
What's it say about your football team that you're the only team so far to beat the Buffalo Bills and beat them here?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think we all went out there with a goal in mind, a common goal in mind, and I think that's when, things come to light, when everybody has a common goal and we're all chasing the same thing.
How happy are you for Stefon Diggs knowing that he's coming back here and running his former team?
Super proud of him. He a baller. I call him Unk, but he be balling it. Unk. He got some years in the league. Yeah. But great leader too. He was one of the leaders in my ear actually after I fumbled and stuff like that. So he kept me in the game and told me I was gonna make a play to help us win.
He's more vocal this game than any other game on the sideline.
Right.
I haven't seen that 4 games. You couldn't shut him up tonight. But how important is that for your team from a leadership standpoint? Because you've been here a couple of years.
Yeah.
You'd like to go out and play. Drake's kind of a quiet guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Had that flashy guy out there that can go out and make plays and talk.
Yeah, like you said, I'm not really of a rah-rah guy. I kind of go out there and try to do my job as the best as I can. And I'm not going to talk for Drake, but I feel like he's kind of the same way. But Steph just being that vocal leader for us, I think it just keeps us all on the right track, keep us all going. And, keep us pumped up, keep us in the game, and just whoa, you all right?
Things are going down.
Just keep us in the game, and just keeping us ready to play.
Mongo, you guys are so close in that running back room with Antonio going out today. How you guys hanging in?
It's a sad situation for my guy AG. We super close in that running back room, so to see him go down, I think me and Trey were just on the sideline, like, let's just do it for AG. No more mistakes, and just have a clean game from here on out. And I think we did that for him. And prayers up to him. I hope he's back out there with us soon.
What's the game when you see your head coach outside the locker room after the game is over, high-fiving you guys coming back in? What does that tell your team?
We're all one. He's part of us. He's proud of us. Win, lose, or draw, he'd have been out there high-fiving us and, congratulating us, I think, just by the way we played. So it was great. A lot of energy from Vrabel, and, he's just behind us, and it's kind of easy to play for him.
What's it like being on the field when Trey May's out there, like pulling rabbits out of hats and just making magic?
Yeah, I don't know. That boy's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. That's all I can say. He was making plays out there in critical times.
Are you surprised your second touchdown, you went in pretty much untouched?
Yeah, I went straight up to Hunter, and I was like, great block. I think it was just, it was nothing but space over there. I just had to get the ball and run.
Was there anything specific about the red zone you guys felt like you could have success on the ground?
I think we feel like that every week. I think we will get down there in the red zone. That got to be our philosophy, to run it in. Nobody should be able to stop us from running it in. So I think that was just something we, went in the week with, like saying let's run the ball down there and get in by doing that. So I think, we made a step by doing that.
Your final question? The chance that we heard for Andy, I apologize if you already asked about it, but
No, I wasn't.
How does that sort of happen in there? And then what is it like in there when you guys are all chanting his name when he?
It's great, and him being a young guy, I know this gives him a ton of confidence. He's a great kicker, a great player. He stays level-headed. So I'm just proud of him. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
For this team, what do we like to do for this team? For this team, it's really everything. When you talk about, coming in, being the division champs for years, and just thinking about ESPN and what all the reporters are saying, picking against us, and we come out here with the upset, it's a huge morale boost for us. And going forward, we got to keep it going. We got to keep the momentum going for sure.
And you were talking about looking forward. I know you guys are a week-to-week team, but you look at the next 5 or 6 weeks, you guys have an opportunity to make a real statement here in the National Football League.
It's the NFL, so let's, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The NFL, we got to go back, prepare, do the corrections, but it's a great team win, and we got momentum, and we got to build on it. A lot of confidence building from this win, and if we keep going forward, the sky's the limit.
How do you feel overall? You came out of the game, it looks like you twisted your ankle there.
I'm smooth, bro. I'm smooth, you know what I mean? Little knick-knack, but I'm straight. I get back out there, we play ball.
Vrabel said you guys were confident coming into the game. What was the mindset? Obviously, tough environment, really good team.
Yeah, we've been building all season. Each game we took a step. And the main point this week was take another step. Beat a good team on the road. We came in here, we did that. And we took another step, and we need to take another step next week to solidify our identity.
It sounded like a practice. You guys they were bumping like shout songs they play here, a few other songs like that, just to kind of get activated. What was that like though when it came on today?
We know what kind of environment we're going into, so we had to prepare for it, and it showed up today. Man, Spills, Marcus, it was key turnovers in the red zone or times where we really need to play. They made a play, man. Those guys are amazing. We got a great team. Anybody can make a play at any time. And when you go back and check the film, I'm pretty sure our defense played lights out. For sure.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just talk about it. Take us through that kick.
Really, I just treated it like any other kick. Just went out there, trusted that snap was going to get there, hold was going to be great, everyone was going to block in front, and ball goes in.
What does the support that they showed you down in Miami help you to get to this point? How much did that mean to you?
It meant a lot, just obviously I'm a rookie, had my struggles in the beginning, but, just having them kind of kind of tap me on the shoulder, like, hey, like, don't worry about it, on to the next one. Helped me just remind myself that, you know, one kick doesn't define me, to just keep moving on, because life doesn't stop.
What was going through your mind when you took the field for it again?
Really, I was just checking the wind, and then after that, it's just let my body take control at that point.
Specialists can sometimes be a little like superstitious. Do you have a specific routine that you like to stick to?
Yeah, just my whole steps and everything. I do roll my shoulders, so that's just like a physical thing that I do. It did used to work when I was little, just keep my chest up. Now I guess naturally I do that, but just kept that because it's kind of like a trigger for my brain to just kind of like, all right, let's go.
Drake said he couldn't watch the kick.
I guess some people can't watch, some people can watch. I watched it halfway and saw it down the middle, and I kind of just got excited, started celebrating a little bit, because at that point I already knew it was going in.
Did you know immediately, or when did you know?
Pretty much immediately. It was probably my best ball of the day, really. Even like pregame and all that, it was definitely my best ball of the day.
Andy, to back up, like, as the drive is unfolding, you guys have the ball, Buffalo's using timeouts. How are you preparing for that opportunity, knowing that it's likely to come down to you with only a handful of seconds?
Like I said, I treat every kick like it's a game-winning kick, really. So I'm just on the sideline taking my practice kicks. I try to time it up whenever like the crowd gets really loud. When I'm back there, works for me. I don't know if anyone else does that, but that definitely helps me kind of just get used to the noise and in that stadium, I guess. But overall, like I said, just same kick every time.
Right before the half, you had a chance to kick it. Did you think you'd have that chance? There's only about 4 seconds left. You ran a play on the 1 yard line. Did you think you'd get a chance to kick it?
You know, I'd stay ready no matter what. We even practice those type of kicks, you know, pregame and back home, just because you never know when we're just going to be like, all right, let's go get 3 points and you know, rebundle and get back out there.
Have you had a chance to check your phone?
As of right now, no. Just really just texting my wife, texting my family. That's it.
Andy, how would you describe what the moment was like when you were in the locker room and all your teammates started chanting your name?
That was awesome. You know, we take pride in, you know, building a brotherhood, a family. You know, and I treat every single one of those guys in there as my brother, and you know, I'll die for them.
Andy, along those lines, the operation is a unit. I mean, you have a classmate in Julian, a rookie. Kind of like going through this experience together, how important that's been to have someone like him going through it with you through preseason and now the early part of the season at a moment like that.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, we did pre-draft together, so we've been together since January. Sometimes I can't stand him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love Julian. You know, we've really just been training together ever since high school, college, like all that. And now that we're on the same team, you know, both rookies in the NFL, it's great. You know, I get to kind of bond with him on like, you know, before the game we were kind of like looking at each other. We're like, dude, we're playing on Sunday Night Football. Like, it's kind of sick. But, you know, just at the end of the day, kind of lean on each other to just, you know, take it day by day and just be calm and comfortable.
You mentioned the connection with the team, specifically with Julian and Bryce, who are so vital to what you do. One, how was that operation on the final kick? And two, what have they meant to you as you sort of embarked on your NFL journey?
Yeah, I mean, the operation was flawless. Great snap, great hold. Like I said, it was my best ball of the day, so great kick. But, you know, just the relationship that we have, you know, the trio, I like to call it, and it's special, you know, just because we like playing jokes on each other, but at the end of the day, we know we all depend on each other. So that's kind of how you have to treat it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.